Might get a restart. Larry Gill spins out, turn number 3. That looks okay. Might get a start. Dennis Masco, Gary Whipke, Robin Dean. Larry Gill in 4th. Harry Adams.
You can't jump like that, man. Tell him.
They ain't gonna put him in the rear, but they'll tell him about it.
Not even allowed close. You gotta stay to the side.
He don't know that. All right, Dennis Masco, Gary Whipke, Robbie Dean, Larry Gill, Terry Adams, Kenny Stevens, Sean Shaw, Walt Ellis, Ron Stokey, Ron Scott. 8 laps in, 4 more to go. Dennis Masco still leading. Gary Whipke. Robbie Dean in 3rd. Still Dennis Masco, Gary Whipke, Robbie Dean, and Larry Gill, Terry Adams. Gary Whipke, turn on the outside, white flags out, 1 more lap to go. Going. I don't know who finished 2nd. Dennis Masco. Robbie Dean gets 2nd. Gary Whipke will get 3rd.
Larry Gill has number 14 star.
So the 2 cars advancing for the 3rd and final heat race tonight. Number 94, Robbie Dean, and number 31, the winner, Dennis Masco. Dennis Masco. I'm done with this one. I ain't gonna tape this. Why let it run?
Dennis Masco, that's number 31 car.
I ain't gonna tape these, all right?
Dan Filler.
84. Dan Filler. Dan Filler. Then 33, Gary Smith, 50. 20, Gary Miser, 33. And I can't read the last number, 35, I believe. We got it, green. John Ranzer, 112, your leader. Lonnie Vaughn, 00 second. Then Gary Smith in third, in 67, 84, 50, 33. Gary Miser, 20 and 35. Lonnie Vaughn down the inside, can't get by. John Ranzer. Now Lonnie Vaughn gone on the outside. Out of 4, here we go. Lonnie Vaughn, your new leader. Gary Smith now challenging John Ranzer for second. Halfway comes up this time by. Smith on the outside. Gary inching his way into second. Then John Ranzer in 112, then 84, 67, 50, 33. Gary Miser, 20 and 35. Lonnie Vaughn still leads it. Lonnie Vaughn still leading. Gary Smith solidly at second. And 84. 112, John Ranzer. White flag coming out this time by. Lonnie Vaughn, your leader, down the backstretch. Out of 4, Lonnie Vaughn, battle for second. 84, 112, 67, 33, then 20, Gary Miser, 35, is spinning out in turn number 2 on the last lap, number 50. Your winner, the second heat in the Sports Stock Division, 00, Lonnie Vaughn.
Okay, the Mickey Miller. Pontiac Racing Firebird, the 00. Lonnie Vaughn, back on the phone for Lonnie Vaughn.
Let me do this one, John. 93, Don Hooper. 7 up, Tom Smith. 14, Doug Mate. 09, Bob Miller. Turn 2. Sit by this thing. Lineup looks like 93, Don Hooper. 7 up, Tom Smith. 14, Doug Mate. 09, Bob Miller. 17, Brian Stuhldreher. 50, Con Hilton Jr. 97, Bill Seals. 47, Dwayne Workman. Doug Mate on the outside of 7 up, Farmer Smith. Bob Miller sneaking on the inside of Doug Mate for 3rd. Farmer Smith's challenging Don Hooper for the lead now. Watch the checker flag. It's Don Hooper, Farmer Smith. 09, 14, 17, and 50. There's your winner. 93 from Canton, Ohio, Don Hooper. Another heat, Jim. Same class. Your next heat in your sports stock division: 31, Bart Busby. 45, Ed Singhouse. 3, Bob Saudet. 6, John Broad. 32, Bill Bittaker. 25, no identification at this time. 34, Jeff Smith.
Okay, this will be another sports talking race. 2 cars advancing to our features. On the pole, number 31, Bart Busby. Alongside of number 45, Ed Singhouse. In number 3 car, Bob Saudet. In number 16, car, Sean Scott.
We still on yellow.
Joy.
25 tonight being driven by Tom Joy.
John, so we heard the street. John. Yeah. Well, I heard the street stop next to tape. Just make sure it's okay. Okay.
'26 coming out of the pit entrance, owned by Ron Prosperi. Not quite sure who's driving it this time. Okay, pulling up the tail of the field is 26 tonight being driven by Baldy Baker Jr. Looking for a green. Green flag is out. Going into the first turn, it's 31 Bart Busby. So far, it looks like 31, 45, 3, 32, 6, 34, 26, bringing up the tail 25. Looks like Bill Baker's trying to sneak on the inside of number 3, Bob Soday, coming down from Sandusky Speedway. Some smoke coming out of the back of that number 45 car. Bart Busby way out in front. Bill Baker's inches way up to challenge for third. Looks like that 45 car might be experiencing some handle problems as that 32 is gaining fast.
coming out this lap, white flag. Your lineup looks like 31, 45, 32, 3, 6, 26, 34, 25. Checker flag coming in. Your winner will be 31, Bart Busby, 45, Ed Singhouse, and 32, Bill Bittaker. Doing a fantastic job in the sports stock division this year. 31, Bart Busby, moving up from the street stock division. Got himself a couple features this year and doing a real fine job. Fast qualifiers of the street stock division: 10, Melissa McCormick, 149, Rich Desecker, 44, Jim Miller, 7, Gene Pringle, 62, Baldy Baker Jr., 22, Ernie Shook, and 20, Bobby Knight. We got a green. Leading the first lap is number 10, Melissa McCormick, followed by 149, Rich Desecker. Top qualifier of the evening is Bobby Knight. On regular standards, he would have shattered the record of 17:20. He's moving up on the inside of Gene Pringle pretty quick. 62, Baldy Baker Jr. moving up real good in that 62 car. Halfway. Bobby Knight moving his way up to third place. Still hanging on to that lead is our only female driver here at the racetrack, number 10, Melissa McCormick. Number 62, Baldy Baker Jr. trying to make a bid on the inside of number 10, McCormick, and then Bobby Knight squeezing on the outside of him. Going to be a real barn burner as the final lap comes out. Final lap. Finish here coming up. Looks like Bobby Knight takes the win. Melissa McCormick second. Baldy Baker third. Gene Pringle fourth. Good close racing action by two top competitors in the street stock division, Bobby Knight and Melissa McCormick.
Ron Stokey just left.
For Bobby Knight taking up a checkered flag here. I guess I can sit down there. This weekend in our street stock division.
I never thought about blocking your way right there.
Okay, here we go another street stock race. On the pole, one car for Rick Holborn. Alongside ready 55. Hanging now. The number 30 car. Jim Harris, 21. Bill West, number 12, Max Gribble Jr.
Where's the pen, Greg?
Number 88 car is Rick.
Yeah.
Randy Murray had number 88 car. The 1 car is Kevin Locker.
Oh, okay.
Number 40, Randy Wright. The number 88 car, Marvin Morchow. 67, John Panarelli, and number 5 is Liz.
2875.
Buckley, Liz Buckley. Okay, they tell me the number 67 car is John Panarelli. He drives tonight, being driven by David Slucco.
Phone number?
929.
Dave Slucco. Thank you, Chris.
216.
But I did say Liz
And there's the
Buckley's name, right? Okay.
What I'll do is I'll
Hit the pause button on it. Can you see it? Aim it right at it and hit the pause button. One time. That's all right. Hey, things moving. Quick, 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 quick.
is 30, Kim Heron. 1, Rick Alborn. 12, Matt Gribble Jr.
Blanket over there. I should go get it, huh?
Matt Gribble on the inside of number 1, Rick Alborn, taking over second place. Your race leader is 30, Kim Heron. 12, Matt Gribble Jr. 1, Rick Alborn. And the 88, Marvin Orkshire. Number 12 trying to challenge number 30 on the outside. One more lap to go, final lap. Checker flag coming out for 30, Kim Heron. 12, Matt Gribble Jr. 1, Rick Alborn. 88, Marvin Orkshire. 55, Hank Sell. 40, Rainey Rice. 88, Jeff Burns. 67, Dave Sluka. And number 5, Liz Bubsy. Your winner is 30, Kim Heron. New Philadelphia, Ohio.
Man, they start bringing that deep throw it on now. We watched it and watched it. Mom got tired. And back row here coming out at number 2 spot. Cooked. Let the girl out, let it up, cooked.
Come back in and didn't miss a thing, huh?
No, he even took a nap. Lay down, took a nap, come back, and they were still running deep throw it on. I'll never go back that place again.
They usually don't have that many here. They usually only got about 2 heats of them, that's it.
What's this now we got here? Same thing?
Same thing.
That makes about 4 heats already, ain't it?
Yeah, they got about the same amount of cars in every class.
Okay, this will be another jockey race on the pole, 82 car Paul Miller. Alongside of number 85 car.
Your lineup looks like 82, Paul Miller. 85, Dan Beatty. 39, Kevin Merrick. 55, Larry Richardson. 1, Jim McCormick. 47, John Borner. 70, Mario Kelly. From then on back, I don't have any identification on any of the cars. Going into the first, third and fourth turn is 82, Paul Miller. Taking the outside groove, trying to pass on the outside of 85 is 39, getting a little bit high. Your race leader is 82, Paul Miller. 85, Dan Beatty. Number 1, Jim McCormick. 55, Ernie Richardson. Challenger on the outside is Jim McCormick. Trying to make a race out of this. Halfway. Oh, 55 taking 39, clear up to the wall. On the front stretch here, it's number 70, Mario Kelly, spinning out. The yellow flag out for Mario Kelly, Strasburg, Ohio. One out. Bringing up the tail of the field in the Green Beret Special.
55.
What's that guy? Larry Cox.
Telling her this.
We got a green. Number 1 losing it coming out of the first turn. Think they're about ready to throw the yellow. Yeah, the yellow flag is out. Okay, taking her green is 82 Paul Miller, 1 Jimmy McCormick, and 85 Dan Beatty. Swimmer underneath. Keep the green out. Let him go. On the outside, challenging for the lead is number 1, Jimmy McCormick. Side-by-side racing between 82 Paul Miller and 1 Jim McCormick. Looks like number 39 blowing something coming out of the turn 4. They probably would do that here, but this class right here, a lot of the times are matched by the ones in the next class up. I already did.
Okay, John Warhorse at 47 cars, Randy Peter at 44 cars. Just come on that corner. So we'll have a complete restart. You know what you're telling 44 there? Turn loose my quick. Hey, we got one more e-race. Then we're going to stop. And then we'll have our South Racing champion.
Your race leader is number 1, Jim McCormick. Come on the outside of number 82 is 47 for second place. Checker flag coming out for number 1, Jim McCormick. 47 taking in second place. 47 is John Barnhurst. 82, 44, 55, 85, 0. 42 bringing up the rear in the Green Beret Special. 15, Larry Cax Jr. What's that?
Okay, nice round pause. Jim McCormick picking up the checker flag. Advancing to forward danger.
One more heat of these. I didn't believe that. I can't believe they got the racing champion. 25. Jump in the hot water bed. Get my wife for a floor.
Number 2 is Marty Gerber.
Okay, another heat race in the street stock, number 42. I'm not sure who that is. 24, I mean. 87, Don Hawthorne. 46, Mario Diano. Whoa, 87 going high. Coming on the outside for the lead is number 55, Chris Damasio. Falling in behind him is 24, Matt Gribble, and number 4, Dorn Fisher. 24 holding on to the lead. An out-of-town driver, not quite sure who it is. '55 taking the lead on the outside, Chris Damasio. Coming into second place is 24, Matt Gribble Sr. Your racing lineup. Looks like number 55 at the halfway point of the race. 55, 24, 46, 24 red, 4, 87, 18, 2, turn 4, number 2, Barney Gerber. The yellow flag coming out for the number 2 of Barney Gerber. Number 55 bringing them in on the restart. Number 4, Dorn Fisher on the outside of 24. I believe the name is Dan Martin. Final lap. Number 46 trying to get on the outside of 24, Matt Gribble for second place. Your winner will be number 55, Chris Damasio, 24, Matt Gribble Sr., 46, Mario Diano, 24, 87, 18, 4, 22, 14, 2, and 4. Bring it up the rear. Your winner is 55, Chris Damasio.
Last chance race.
First two cars automatically advance to tomorrow's feature race.
Okay, Ron Marhopper, Chevelle, number 55 car. Nice round cross for Chris Damasio. Damasio. Stop out with all these stands. Pick up your Miller Racing hat. Midvale hat.
Alright, is the one on? Is this on off? Oh, that's our tickets now, John.
Put one down, buddy. What do you got there? Stick it out that way.
Got it on night now.
I think your shoulders are off base here.
Okay? See my white balance ones or what?
No. You're fine.
Huh?
You're fine.
Okay. If I had to be something up in Canton, probably.
Okay, the grandstand will be open tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We'll start around 2 on practice for some of the cars and drivers. And we'll start racing probably at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
champions. On the pole, number 14, Larry Gill. On the outside of him, number 03, Lonnie Vaughn. Next row back, 59, Gary Whipke. On the outside of him, Dennis Berry in 70 from Michigan. Next row back, last year's Fall Classic winner, 00, Chaz Howe. Looks like on the outside of him is going to be number 94, Robbie Dean. Then 21, Johnny Vowell. And number 65, Tim Ice. Next row back, 86, Dick Parker. 63, Bob Stibla. 53, Mike Miller. 29, Roger Black. 7, Rich Rohr. 70, Mark Moffett. 4, Scott Baker. And Terry Adams. 25 laps will go. We got a green. Lonnie Vaughn jumps into the lead. To go. Dennis Berry is second. Robbie Dean, Larry Gill bowed out for third. Bob Stibla moving up to sixth now. Lonnie Vaughn, Dennis Berry, Robbie Dean, Larry Gill, Tim Ice, Stibla, Gary Whipke, Chaz Howe, Johnny Vowell, Roger Black, Dick Parker, Rich Rohr, Scott Baker, Mike Miller, Mark Malquist. Third. Dennis Berry challenging for the lead. He's in second. Lonnie Vaughn, Dennis Berry, Robbie Dean, Tim Ice, Stibla, and Chaz Howe, Larry Gill, Gary Whipke, John Fallow, Dick Parker, Roger Black, Rich Rohr, Scott Baker, Mark Mockler. Halfway coming up, halfway in. This time by. Barry on the inside. Dennis Berry, your new leader. Lonnie Vaughn, second now. Roar. 11, Scott Baker. Dick Barker, 12. Now he's at 11. It's Larry Gill follows back at 12. White flag, John. White flag coming out. White flag coming out first. Dennis Berry. Second, Lonnie Vaughn. Into turn number 4. Dennis Berry wins it. Lonnie Vaughn. Robbie Dean. Tim Ice. Chaz House. Johnny Mallow. Jerry Whiskey. Roger Black. Rich Roar, Scott Baker, Dick Barker, and Larry Gill. Round out your field. But the winner of the 1988 Race of Champions here at Midvale Speedway, from Flint, Michigan, Dennis Berry wins it.
$1,000 bill. Falcon Racing Engines Race of Champions. How about a nice round of applause for Dennis Berry, all the way from Flint, Michigan. And Dennis gets his picture taken, and presented for that big Falcon Racing Race of Champions trophy.
Yeah. Probably low battery, yeah. Sandusky Speedway has to be coming down. He said he thought he could stop down and see how Midvale was. I'm sure he's real happy he did now. Yeah,
Don't forget. Don't forget the grandstand will be open at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we'll start with hot laps and practice sessions at noon.
You get the
and
stop
we'll start
on
with
that
the first
machine.
consolation race at
Right.
2 o'clock sharp.
Right there.
See you tomorrow. Okay, and lap number 27 is going to be sponsored by the Sports Stock number 11 car of Randy Smith from Bourbon, Ohio. And they tell me Randy's going to retire today. After today's racing, Randy will retire from racing, but look how many times who wasn't retired has come back. Okay, we hate to see Randy Smith retire, but hopefully he'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, Mobile Electric from Canton, Ohio, sponsoring lap number 25. And of course, Mobile Electric is sponsoring a lot of race cars around here at Canton, or up in Canton and down here at Midvale. So, 3 new sponsors is going to be Clemente McKay, Professional Ambulance Service out of Dover, T&J Towing out of Canton, Ohio.
Yep. All right. The first of 2 last chance races. 00, Chaz Howe. On the outside, hit number 59, Gary Whipke. Next row back, 05, Jack Brill, and 05, Ed Hewitt. 43, Kenny Phillips. 21, 90, Paul Barnes. 00, Jim Goin. 11, Sean Shaw. And 21, Les Payne.
Last night, the top 2 cars in Encouraging Race, the top 3 cars automatically qualified for the feature. And 2 cars out of each of the heat races advanced to the feature.
So your lineup.
Last chance.
00, Chaz Howell. 59, Gary Whipke. Next row back, Jack Brill, 05, Ed Hewitt, 05. 43, Kenny Phillips. On the outside of him, number 26, Bill Straley. Then 21, Kenny Stevens. On the outside of him, 22, Chuck Surratt. And 00, Jim Gunn. 21, White, Les Payne. 90, Paul Barnes. And picking up the field, number 11, Sean Shaw. Brand new car. That's your field for the first last chance race.
In the number 22 car, this is Chuck Surratt. In the 00 car, this is Jeff Goin. In the 90 car, Paul Barnes. And bringing the field, the number 21 car, Les Payne. And at number 11 car, this is driven by Sean Shaw, Canton, Ohio.
Top 3 cars make it. I believe the top 3 cars will make the feature. Sean Shaw scratching, going in the pits. Now it's raining harder.
All right.
Chaz Howe and Gary Whipke will bring them in. Chaz Howe on the lead. Gary Whipke in second. Ed Hewitt third. Lap one goes to Chaz Howe. Jim going in the pit. Chaz Howe, Gary Whipke, Ed Hewitt, Brill, Ken Phillips, Bill Straley, Kenny Stevens, Chuck Surratt, and Paul Barnes. Chaz Howe, Gary Whipke, spin out, turn number 2, Bill Straley.
Number 26 car, Bill Straley, set off in number 2 quarter.
Well, a bunch of field back up. Chaz Howe, Gary Whipke, Ed Hewitt be your top 3, and Jack Brill, Kenny Phillips. I think.
Okay, we're 5 minutes, 10 more to go. Jack Brill, man on the ball out. That's still in the picture. Jack must have been that number 4 spot.
Oh. You still on, John? Top 4 make the feature instead of top 3. So Chaz Howe, Gary Whipke, Ed Hewitt, and Jack Brill is on the bubble. Kenny Phillips is in 5th, and Kenny Stevens, Chuck Surratt, Paul Barnes, and Les Payne. In 10 more to go. One of the 2 last chance races for the late models. Chaz Howe, Gary Whipke, Ed Hewitt. Chaz Howe. Kenny Phillips starting a challenge on the outside for 4th. Can't quite get by Jack Brill for 4th. Now it's right on the inside. Chaz Howe, Gary Whipke, Ed Hewitt. And Kenny Stevens. Chuck Surratt, Paul Barnes. Chaz Howe still on front. In second. in fifth. White flag coming out. White flag out for Chaz Howe. Turn number 3. Chaz Howe, Gary Whiskey, Ed Hewitt, Jack Brill, Kenny Phillips, Kenny Stevens, Chuck Charette, Bill Straley, and Paul Barnes, and Les Payne. So your 4 cars making the feature. 4th place, Jack Brill. 3rd place, Ed Hewitt. 2nd place, Gary Whipke, and the winner of the last chance race, 00 Chaz Howe.
Advance to the feature. Chaz Howe, 00 car. Gary Whipke, that number 59 car. And Ed Hewitt, that 05 car. And Jack Brill in another 05 car. So they'll get to work on them cars.
All right. 2nd last chance race, number 70, last night's Race of Champions winner, Dennis Berry. On the outside of him, number 2, Denny Vargo. Next row back, number 8, Walt Ellis. On the outside of him, number 85, Phil Vino. Next row back, 44, John Crumrine. On the outside of him, number 96, Ron Stokey. Next row back, number 38, John Klein. On the outside of him, 76, Terry Adams. Next row back, number 45, Randy Birch. On the outside of him, number 33, Ron Scott. Next row back, number 46, Tim Nealon. On the outside of him, number 60, Dave Walkley. And the last car, Sean Shaw, number 11. "15 laps ago, the top 4 will make the feature. The top 4 finishers will make the feature." Dennis Berry, Denny Vargo going to bring him in. Out of 4, we got a green. No start, no start, total restart.
Dropping that green flag on everybody have a fair and even start here. It's very important to the first 4 cars. There's no way out of the feature, so I want everybody with a good before it starts, so we'll start that all over again.
Right now. This is on TV. This is on TV. Okay, going to be a total restart. Dennis Berry and Denny Vargo bring him in. And Walt Ellis, Phil Vino, John Crumrine, Ron Stokey, John Klein, Terry Adams, Randy Birch, Ron Scott, Sean Shaw, Dave Walkley, Tim Nealon. Here we go. Another total restart.
Okay, a couple cars hit loose up in number 3-4 corner. Now the lap completed, so we'll have a complete restart. Getting ready to start the second half. The Cleveland Browns behind the Seattle Seahawks, 13-7. 13-7. Seahawks over the Browns, and they're getting ready to start the second half.
All right, might get a restart. Dennis Berry, Walt Ellis, Bill Vino on the bubble, and John Crumrine, Ron Stokey, John Klein in there. Your leader, Dennis Berry is second, Walt Ellis third. Dennis Berry into the lead. Yellow flag coming out. John Crumrine. All right, might get a restart. Dennis Berry, Bill Vino, Walt Ellis, John Klein on the bubble. John Klein on the inside. Trying to get by Walt Ellis for third. John Klein in the third. Your leader is still Dennis Berry. Halfway this time. right, Phil. Denny Vargo. Yellow light out. Yellow light out for, that must be for Tim Nealon.
Get the car fired up so you can get out of that air, out of the off the track here. Car will start right off. That's going to be kind of warm and load up and stuff like that when they spin out, so they don't always start right up. The yellow flag coming out from the number 46 car.
All right, your leader, Dennis Berry. Second is Denny Vargo. Third, John Klein on the bubble. Fourth is Walt Ellis on the bubble. Then Ron Stokey, Phil Vino, Sean Shaw, Terry Adams, Randy Birch, Ron Scott, and 60, Dave Walkley. Ron Stokey challenging Walt Ellis for that fourth spot. Dennis Berry, Phil Vino, John Klein, and on the bubble, Walt Ellis. Five more to go. Five, less than five now. Phil Vino pulling in the pits. Gets by Walt Ellis for fourth. Right now, Dennis Berry, Denny Vargo, John Klein, and Ron Stokey. White flag out. Down the backstretch. Turn number 3 out of 4. Your winner, Dennis Berry, Denny Vargo, John Klein, Ron Stokey, Walt Ellis, Terry Adams, Randy Birch, Ron Scott. Advancing to the featured, or the fourth place, Ron Stokey, 96. Third, John Klein in 38. Second, Denny Vargo in 2. And the winner of the last chance race, the second last chance race, number 70, Dennis Berry. And Dennis won the Race of Champions last night. So he's in the feature for later on this afternoon, number 70. Dennis Berry, number 70.
Okay, nice round of applause for Dennis Berry out of Flint, Michigan.
All right, getting ready for the first of 2 Sports Stock consies. Number 84 will start on the pole on the outside of him, number 67. Next row back will be number 16. And on the outside will be number 17. Then the next row back will be number 50 and 47. Next row back will be number 12 and then the black 33. And then the last row, number 34 and 02. That makes up your field. The top, that must be the top 4 will make this feature. It took 4 from the late model, so this must be 4 from this consi. Hey, might get a start this time.
Okay, so over the
Getting ready for a start. First 4 will make the feature. We got a green. Total restart. Alright, we'll get a restart. 84, 67, 17, 50, 47, 12, 33, 34, and 02. We got a green. Top 4, make the feature. On the bubble right now is number 50. Third is 17, second is 67, and your leader is 84. Your leader, still 84. 67, 17, and 50. Way out in front, 67, Bruce Johnson in second. And 17, Steel Dryer. And 50, halfway in. 50's on the bubble. Way out in front. Bruce Johnson in second place at 67. Brian Stilldryer, 17 and third. White flag coming out. fourth in the 67. Then 17. Then 50. Bob Porter in 50. Then 47, Dwayne Workman. 34, 33, 12 of Greg Fisher, and 02.
Okay, I want to thank Bob Foster. Dan's doing at number 84, Buick Regal. Real nice looking car. You see all the little checkered flags up on the roof. That's feature one for one. And Dan spends most of his Saturday night.
Dan Vickers, number 84, I believe.
Speedway, racing up there every Saturday night.
Your winner of the first, the last chance race. Right over there.
Okay, this will be our second sports stop concert, 12 laps. Four of these guys advance into the feature.
Second last chance race in the sports stock division. On the pole, 14, Doug Mates. 3, Bob Stoday. 09, Bob Miller. 12, John Ramser. 32, Bill Bittaker. 20, Gary Miser. 25, Tom Joy. 50, Claude Hilton Jr. 35, Dan Wardowski. 97, Bill Steele. 52, Randy Elkins. I believe they'll go about 15 laps to determine who's the last one to make the feature race. We got a green. 14, Doug Mate taking early lead. Towards the middle of the pack, there's a real good race going on between 32 Bill Bittaker and 12 John Ramser. Coming in for the second lap is Doug Mate, Bob Stoday, Bob Miller, and Bill Bittaker. Number 50, Claude Hilton Jr. is up on the outside of Gary Miser. Battling for that sixth position, I'm sorry. Your race leader by about 3 car lengths is Doug Mate out of Akron, Ohio. Yellow flag is out. Flagman and Warmack giving them the bunch up sign, looking for that restart. Not quite sure what brought that yellow flag out. Doug Mate bringing them in, and we got a green. 14, Doug Mate looks unstoppable. Oh, 32 spilling out. 22 running right into the rear of him. Yellow flag out. Setting up in turn 2 is 35. Get that? Turn it off. Start your lineup looks like 14 Doug Mate, 3 Bob Sode, 09 Bob Miller, 12 John Ramser, 20 Gary Miser, 97 Bill Seal, 25 Tom Joy, 35 Dave Wardemeyer, and 52 Rich Elkins. Oh no! Spin out in turn 4. Bob Miller spinning out and Gary Miser hitting him right in the side. Wait a minute.
Real bad break for Bob Miller in the feature on his finish over that. So, real bad break for Bobby Miller. He's been around racing for a long time and had some bad breaks and had a lot of good breaks. Doing his checker flag many, many times. So I'm sure we'll see him again next year racing.
Okay, after the yellow flag, Doug Mate's going to try and bring him in again. Your race leader, 14 Doug Mate, 3 Bob Sode, 12 John Ramser, 97 Bill Seal. Still leading the race. On the white flag lap, 14, Doug Mate. Number 3, Bob Soday. Checker flag going out to 14, Doug May. 3, Bob Soday. 12, John Ramser. 97, Bill Seal. Winner of the last chance race in the sports stock division, 14, Barberton, Ohio, Doug Mate. Last chance race in the street stock division. 88, Marvin Orshai. 21, Bill West. 39, Kevin Merrick. 55, Hank Sell. 87, Don Hawthorne. 82, Paul Miller. 18, 88, 22, 42, 4, 15. Taking her outside of him, Bill West. Inside 39, Kevin Merrick.
Hey, Bill West, that's 21 car trying the outside lanes around Marvin Orchard.
39, Kevin Merrick on the inside of Bill West, taking over that second position. Number 4 spot. 87 Don Hawthorne taking over fourth place. Your 1, 2, 3 leaders are 88 Marvin Orkshide, 39 Kevin Merrick, 21 Bill West. Oh, big accident coming up in first and second turns. Wreck involving 82 Paul Miller, number 18.
About that, these guys are running in the corner. It's free up there, but they can't do this straightaway. You got to figure that out.
What they got now, John's truck?
Okay, 5 laps in it, 7 more to go. The cars bringing out the yellow flag. Number 18 car, Junior Grimsley, and the 82 car, Paul Miller. So, line right across the back, apparently Paul Miller leads the speedway. So right now, it's Marvin Orchild, Kevin Merrick, Bill West, and Don Hawthorne from the fourth spot. And Dan to the future, because something changes there.
Bringing him in is Marvin Orchide, looking for the green. Number 88. 39 is Kevin Merrick, 21 Bill West, 87 Don Hawthorne. Spin out in turn 2. Bringing out the yellow once again.
Okay, number 4 car, Dave Hawkins spinning up at number 1 and 2 corner. And right now, that turned out to be a real break for Don Hawthorne. And Hank Snell got around him coming off that number 4 corner.
Looking for the green again is Marvin Orchide.
5 laps still in, 7 more to go. Here comes Marvin.
We got a green.
Green flag.
Fine quality field of street stocks in our races today. 39 Kevin Merrick, 21 Bill West are both top runners in the division, and each one of them has to advance to the feature by going through the consi. So that tells you what kind of field of street stocks we have today. Number 88, Marvin Orkshide, holding on to that lead. 39, Kevin Merrick, making a bid on the inside. Looks like 21, Bill West is going to follow right beside him. Final lap, final lap.
One lap to go. Still Mary, West, Orchild, and Hawthorne. Orchild,
Coming in for the checker flag, it's 39 Kevin Merrick, 21 Bill West, 88 Marvin Orkshide, 87 Don Hawthorne, 18 Junior Grimsley, 55 Hank Sell, number 4, number 88, and number 22. Your winner. First consolation race of the Street Stock Division, 39 Kevin Merrick.
the custom paint body number 39 car, this is Kevin Merrick.
Talking to Kevin earlier in the pits this evening. I guess he's having all kinds of mechanical problems, so he's lucky to even be in the consolation race. Doing a fine job advancing to the feature.
last champions, Dick Barker and Mike Miller, going to bring them in. Rich Roar spins out, turn number 2, total restart. Get that? I did. I got it. Dick Barker and Mike Miller will bring them in. The line looks good now, I think. Eddie Warmack's giving it one more parade. Bunch up sign coming. Should get a green this time. Oh, now Dean Miles slows them down in the backstretch. So let's roll the line up. Dick Barker, Mike Miller, Bob Sibla, Roger Black, Paul Miller, Mark Malquit, Rich Roar, Scott Baker, Tim Ice, Johnny Vallow, then Chaz Howe. And I think the mix-up's right there because no one's beside Chaz. Unless Robbie Dean belongs beside him. They're going to get it taken care of right now. All right, they move Tim Ice up beside Scott Baker. They move Robbie Dean next row back with Johnny Vallow. Then Dennis Berry, and then comes Chaz Howe. Then Denny Vargo and Gary Whipke. The 205 cars, Ed Hewitt and Jack Brill. 301, Dino Long, Ron Stokey. Phil Vino. Not Phil. Lonnie Bond in 03. Then Denny Bargo and John Klein. Excuse me. Phil Vino's not out there. "75 laps ago, total restart. Dryer again. Dick Barker in the lead. Mike Miller in second. Roger Black on the outside. And Bob Sibla, Mark Malquit. Bob Sibla, Scott Baker now, Mike Miller. Johnny Vallow, Rich Roar. First, Dick Barker. Second, Roger Black. Third, Mark Malquit. Mike Miller, fifth. Bob Sibla. Miller. 7th, Rich Scott Baker. Johnny Val moves on the inside of Bob Sibla. Can't do it down the backstretch. Your leader still is Nick Parker. Parker, Black, Malcolm, Miller. Malcolm. 3rd, Roger Black. 4th, Mike Miller. 5th, Paul Miller. Bob Sibla, 6th. 7th, Johnny Vallow. Malcolm moving in now. Vallow on the outside. Parker in 2nd, Black in 3rd. Fourth, Mike Miller. 5th, Johnny Vallow. 6th, Paul Miller. 7th, Rich Rohr. 8th, Bob Sibla. 9th, Scott Baker. 10th, Tim Ice. 11th, Chaz Howe. 12th, Rich Rohr's got a flat tire. Rich Rohr's got a left front flat tire. Brings out a yellow. Michael cheerleader. Dick Barker in 2nd. Rich Rohr going into the pits, going to get a new front tire. Let's Malcolm your leader, Dick Barker in 2nd. Ed Hewitt going in the pit. 05, one of the 05 cars going in the pit. Your leader, Mark Malcolm. Dick Parker is 2nd. Roger Black will be 3rd. Then Mike Miller. Then Johnny Vallow. 6th, Paul Miller. 7th, Bob Sibla. 8th, Scott Baker. 9th, Tim Ice. 10th, Chaz Howe. 11th, Robbie Dean. 12th, Dennis Berry. 13th, Gary Whipke. 14th, Denny Vargo, and 15th, Jack Brill. We got a green. Milo going to the outside of Mike Miller. The 4th. Mike Miller back to 5th. Rich Rohr back out. Miller, Scott Baker, and Tim Ice. Chaz Howe gets by Mike Miller, or Paul Miller. Robbie Dean gets back by. He's on the outside, he can't get back in. Fallow challenging for third now with Roger Black. Hill coming out. Paul Miller must have had a tire going down or something because he spun out. He got on that outside groove. Got pinned on out there and no, he couldn't get back in. So Paul Miller sitting up there backwards in turn number 4. Mike Miller being pushed into the pit. Well, so Paul's still going. Lineup looks like Mark Bachwin, second. Dick Barker, third. Roger Black, fourth. Johnny Vowell, fifth. Bob Siblis, sixth. Scott Baker, seventh. Tim Ice, eighth. Chaz Howe, ninth. Robbie Dean, 10th. Dennis Berry, 11th. Gary Whitby, 12th. Is Denny Margo, 13th. Jack Brill, 14th. Lonnie Vaughn. We got a green. In now. But Johnny Vallow trying to move on the inside. Roger Black for third, can't do it. Dick Barker. Moving on to the outside again is Johnny Vowell trying to challenge for third. But Black holds him off. Dick Barker holding down second solidly. Third, Roger Black. Fourth, Johnny Vowell. Fifth, Bob Sibla. Sixth, Scott Baker. Seventh, Tim Ice. Eighth, Chaz Howe. Ninth, Robbie Dean. 10th, Dennis Berry. 11th, Gary Whitby. 12th, Denny Bargo. 13th, Lonnie Vaughn. 14th, Jack Brill. And 15th is Dino Long. Barker have a mechanical problem, slowing down. He went from second, clear back to sixth and a half a lap. Sybil trying to get back by Johnny Vowell for third. Dennis Berry trying to move on the outside. Robbie Dean back here, can't do it. Malcolm way out in front. Their battles back here for second, third. Malcolm second. Roger Black third. Is Johnny Bell fourth. Bob Sibla fifth. Scott Baker sixth. Dennis Berry. Sixth is Dick Barker. Seventh, Tim Ice. Eighth, Chaz Howe. Ninth, Gary Whipke. 10th, Robbie Dean. 11th, Denny Vargo. 12th, Lonnie Vaughn. 13th, Dennis Berry. 14th, Jack Brill. 15th, Dino Long. 16th is Dennis Masco. 17th, and ready to go lap down, Paul Miller. Ron Stokey, John Clyde, and Hewitt all lap down. Black Hole down second now. By Robbie Dean. Does Lonnie Vaughn. Dennis Berry gets by. Now Lonnie Vaughn trying to challenge Denny Vargo. Can't do it. Putting Jack Brill lap down. Ed Hewitt going in the pit. Mark getting ready to challenge Robbie Dean for a lap down. Robbie Dean's a lap down. Denny Vargo's a lap down. Dennis Berry going a lap down. So Mark Malcolm. Oh! Paul Miller spins out in turn number 4. That might get Robbie Dean out. And Dennis Berry and Denny Vargo all their spots back on the lead lap, depending where they were their previous lap. Lineup. Your leader, Mark Malcolm. Second. Out there in the lineup is Robbie Dean. He's a lap down. Then Jack Brill is third, but he's a lap down. Fourth, Dino Long. He's a lap down. Fifth right there is Denny Vargo. He's a lap down.